We are living through remarkable days in our country, days that perhaps most closely resemble the late 1960s at the height of the civil rights movement. And the issue of racial injustice is at the forefront of conversations. It's in the media, it's in the news, and it's something that goes way back. The division that people have sometimes between those who are different than we are. In Ephesians chapter 2, verse 14, Paul tells us something very important about Jesus Christ. He says, "For he is our peace. In his flesh he has made both groups into one and has broken down the dividing wall, that is the hostility between us." In Ephesians chapter 2, Paul is writing specifically about the hostility between Jews and Gentiles, between those who are part of the people of Israel and everybody else. And how in Christ, through his death on the cross, Christ is trying to tear down the barrier, the wall that separates one group of people from another group. And I touched on this in my sermon of this past Sunday. But it's very important when we look through the Gospels to see how Jesus is constantly tearing down walls between Jews and Samaritans, Jews and Gentiles, between even Roman soldiers and followers of Christ. And today it's really important for us as Christians to understand that part of our calling as followers of Christ is to be people who help to tear down walls that separate groups of people from other groups. God made every single person on this planet. I've seen several posts on Facebook from different people in our church. Patty Ricotta shared a photograph with a bunch of different colored arms all next to each other, of very different colored hues, and Patty shared a comment about how all the colors of people are colors we see in nature, from white sand beaches and then moving on from there. I saw another one that was trying to explain racism and who we are by showing 3 different eggs, one white, one kind of light brown, one darker brown, and then it showed all three eggs frying in a pan, and they all look the exact same from the inside. Christ comes to break down the dividing wall of hostility between people. And one of the most significant things we can do is to develop a friend who doesn't look like us. For many of us, we just aren't aware. We're just ignorant because, and that's ignorant not intentionally, but just because we don't have family members or friends who are of a different race, for example. And so making a friend who doesn't look like us and just asking them to tell us a little bit about their lived experience is one significant step we can take in helping to take a few bricks out of the wall that divide us from others of God's children.